My name's Dustin Cormier. Welcome to How to Rock a Campfire. As you can see, I've given myself a little bit of a hair chop. You guys are used to my big old hair. I chopped it when I was in Peru. I was just out in Peru about 3 weeks ago. I was there for a month, and it was life-changing, super transformative. It was just what I needed. Definitely a decent vacation. So folks, I've decided to make this video today to say a little bit of a farewell. It's never really goodbye. You know, I've still got this channel. I'm going to be peppering little videos every now and then whenever I can. But as of this video being published, this marks the end of my 5 long-year streak of putting out a new episode of How to Rock a Campfire once a week. Yeah, it was a good run. I definitely had a beautiful run on How to Rock a Campfire. And thank you all so much for having been a part of this journey for me, together with me. Yeah, basically, I've been loving doing How to Rock a Campfire. I've really enjoyed it, and I've really enjoyed the communication I have between the people who comment. Every now and then I just get very personal comments of, I even get people's emails and just email them, and I get lots of thank yous and stuff, and I just get to these people that are in some other part of the world that are watching me and talking to me about the same old heart-centered thing, which is music, which we all on this channel have such a love for. It means a lot for all you people, for whatever reason you did, who have stuck with me. Even a lot of people have stuck with me from the start. It's incredible to think about because it's been a really long go. And my heart goes out to everyone who has been on this journey with me so far. How to Rock a Campfire has, I believe it's served its purpose. One of them was just as a karma yoga. When I first started How to Rock a Campfire, I got into the Bhagavad Gita. It's around 2012. It's an Indian spiritual text which talks about how when something comes from the heart without the desire for its fruit, it negates karma just because it's pure and it comes from passion and it doesn't grind the gears of the universe. It's like an economy of heart energy going on there. And so I wanted to do something that was in service to the universe and music, which is something which I have to thank my family for, my beautiful family lineage, my uncles, my dad, my mom, for teaching me and giving me the gift of music. They're the reason that, I would jam with them a lot and have you've seen it on my show, I'll just have very informal jams where it's just all of us sitting in a circle drinking beers and smoking joints and getting her done, like loving each other, laughing, and playing music together. Releasing each other's pent-up tensions from the workday, all together in the beautiful, blissful harmony of shared voices in a shared space. And thank you to my family so much for giving me that gift. And that's kind of what I wanted to share, Another big thing that How to Rock a Campfire did for me, I like to tell this story just because it's a part of the whole story. When after the Bhagavad Gita trip, my whole life changes with my spiritual philosophy, which is always changing. And I got into Tantra, and Tantra is still one of my basic philosophies. I got into Tantra soon after I started with How to Rock a Campfire with the Bhagavad Gita, and I really wanted to find a lover. I really wanted to find somebody who would understand me the way I am without me having to change or to kind of, be like everybody else in order to be loved. And I did find that. There's a beautiful girl who I got introduced to through How to Rock a Campfire. She just basically messaged me on my channel. She's a bit of a kind of like a fangirl at the time, and she lived in the United States, actually. These things happen on the internet nowadays where people with deep soul connections can find each other from miles, kilometers away, and communicate and connect through the internet. And her name was Symphony. She connected with me through How to Rock a Campfire. Just kind of messaged me and said, "Hi, oh my God, I love your stuff. I said, thank you so much. And she's like, oh my God, you're talking to me. It was cool. She was cute about it. I kind of just messaged her on and off for 2 years. And then after 2 years, I got my car. I was getting regular jobs, getting able to get some money and stuff. And I could afford to, pack up my guitar and just like all the stuff I needed and go down and meet this lovely girl that I've been talking to online for 2 years in the United States. It was an awesome trip for me. I really love traveling. And I really only met her twice. After all that stuff, I met her twice. While she doesn't have like a car or nothing, she couldn't make the means to come out to me. And, someday she'll be able to, and I'll have more money to be able to go and see her again. And that's the only reason why it didn't work out. It just, the practical reality was just kind of in the way of things. But I still love her to pieces, and I always will. I feel like there's a deep soul connection there. And How to Rock a Campfire helped me to make that connection. Helped me to find somebody who I don't know, I guess I'm a weird spiritual guy. I feel like Symphony was a piece of the Divine Mother in everything, who was trying to teach me to open my heart and to make me feel like I'm worth loving and that I'm a beautiful person and that I can be loved in an erotic way and in a soul passionate way. And I really needed that in my life. It's given me a confidence, and it's given me the confidence to transform myself into what I'm currently becoming, and it never ends. It's always a state of becoming. So, How to Rock a Campfire did that for me, and I'm very, that made all this effort, more than worth it. But there's more things that made How to Rock a Campfire beautiful. Essentially, the big one is I got acquainted with all the people who message me, who leave me comments on YouTube, and who have connected with me through How to Rock a Campfire, just meeting with me, giving me cool messages and me connecting with them, and, us helping each other through life and through our music, and just telling each other what we're going through with music and stuff like that. And thank you again to all the people who have gone through that with me. And finally, the most important thing is that I've given, hopefully, I guess I can't really say for myself, but if I could spread the seed of passion in music to even one person, let alone even just a few people, then all the effort that I put into How to Rock a Campfire over these 5 years is 100-fold completely worth all the effort that I put into it. Music's a funny, fickle beast. There's so many different ways of going about it. You can do it in a very rigid way. You can go note for note for note. You can get the tablature and you can just laser in on these tabs and get the thing exactly down, which is, it's a very good thing to be able to do that, to be able to do both. Even musical notation is really an incredible thing to be able to do. And my angle for teaching music and for being music has always been the metal goat. I'm born in the year of the metal goat, and I'm like, the goaty side, the kind of ram horn side, the kind of part that comes from this is the music that I'm trying to do right now. That comes from the heart, that comes from the soul. It might not sound pretty, but goddamn, if it's rock and roll, then that's what we're looking for, you know what I mean? That therapeutic getting it out. That's always been kind of my style with, everything in my life, I guess, old metal ram. And especially, you gotta have a balance of everything. The yin and the yang are both important. You need that rigidity and structure just as much as you need the circle, the looseness, the explosive goatiness that I try to get out there. But that's kind of my thing. That's what How to Rock a Campfire is all about. It's how to rock a campfire. So, in that regard, I'm getting jobs and stuff now, and I really don't have the time to be putting this much effort into How to Rock a Campfire. I do and I could, but what I want to put my energy into instead, as per ayahuasca's advice, is that I am ready. I kind of believe in myself as an originator of music now. I always sort of did, but I just wasn't in a place where I could get this kind of thing going on. But uh, I'm doing a lot for myself right now, and I believe that I have the ability to write the kind of music that I've been doing covers for, you know? I've been writing music for forever, but it's only recently, especially after my huge transformative Peru trip, that it was like gong, like time to do something with my life. You know, I'm turning 26 on November 8th. I feel like I'm just getting to a point where I got to start doing what I'm going to be doing with the rest of my life, and pressures are coming up. You know, I've only got so much money to do the things I want to do in my life, and I want to spend my life doing something that comes from my heart, or at least try it. You know what I mean? If I get to be 40 years old, having tried music, it's hard to make money in music these days. If I get to be 40 years old, just kind of swimming under, not really getting into debt, but allowing myself to craft some music with some friends, have some beautiful experiences, and to make music, you know? To spend the money in studios like Chalet Studios, which is a place in Claremont here in Canada, which I've already spent some money with my bands in order to produce music with. If I can do these things and I don't end up making it in music, at least when I'm 40, I'm going to be able to say, well, I tried, you know. Now I'll just go to the factory, or I'll go to a steel mill or something like that, whatever the hell I got to do to stay alive. And even then I'll be playing music, because I am music. It's never going to leave me. But yeah, I feel like I'm confident enough to rock and roll it, folks. I want to put my energy into my heart's desire to be my own musician, to be an originator, and also as a spiritual enthusiast. You know, a lot of my songs have that kind of spiritual sort of tone, you know, that come together kind of tone, you know, like the Beatlesy kind of like, let's, you know, all you need is love kind of thing. I want to do both of these things. And also just make lots of weird tunes and stuff. And I'm working on a lot of this kind of stuff right now. This wasn't supposed to be a promotional video, but I got 2 albums coming out with 2 different bands next year. Plus, I'm hopefully going to have 2 books coming out next year as well, in 2018, Year of the Earth Dog. So I'm catching some turf, and I need to put all my energy into it. And so I can only hope that I have everybody's blessing in following my heart and going towards what I think my heart has been telling me to do all along, which is to believe in myself, to feel the musical passion that's in my heart, and to go for gold. And so that's what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I definitely have to end it off by saying that this has been a beautiful journey for me. Again, it's never really goodbye. I'm getting all sappy and shit here, but I'm going to keep on How to Rock a Campfire. I'll be posting stuff every now and then, but not every week. I mean, just whenever I can, whenever I find the time to. And with the deepest truth in my heart, I thank you all for having watched me for so long and for having hung out with me for these 5 years of doing this big, long-ass fucking trip that I've been rocking with. Anyway, I guess that's about it. So, thanks everybody, and I will be seeing you guys soon, hopefully on the airwaves, as an original musician, as an original artist, me doing my own thing. You'll be able to catch it all on dustincormier.net. That's going to be like my domain name, where I'm going to have all my shit on there, and you guys are going to be able to see my whole thing on my website. And yeah, wish me luck. You know, I'm going off and walking the plank and getting out into the ocean. And to everybody else who's a musician and is in the same place as me, it's tough being a musician. It's a tough thing to do, and it's tough to make money off of it. It's tough to be able to keep going to some shitty job, all your energy goes to it, and then you come home and you're too friggin' tired to write a goddamn song. It's a tough struggle, but it's even tougher to live without that passion, if you ask me. So I'm going for it, and if anybody else is willing to come with me on it, I'll raise a cheer with you, I'll raise a beer with you, and I'll see you on the other side with my guitar ready to jam with you. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I love you all, and I'll see you guys soon. I am the spark that leaps. The synapse between spaces. I ride the pathways of my ancestors. Time is my starship. I've been coming for so long. I hope I never reach the end. Time is a ride. I'm headed home. I hope I never get. I am wind. Carrying mother's dust to far off places. I run errands for the ancient one. Time is my starship. I've come so far. I hope I never reach the end. Time is a ride. I see an exit. Don't let me fall out.